Star Maker, can I keep calling him Superstar? He's Superstar now. Superstar Kenny Bolin tried to strike our podcast, tried to strike our show on YouTube. And guys, this is the best part. YouTube basically told him, you're out of your fucking mind. This is... Oh. This is fantastic news. So this Kenny Bolin, Mr. Badass Shoot Master himself, not taking any shit from anyone. His Twitter is full of like left-wing shit about how all these Republicans are pussies and they suck. And I agree with them, but I just don't agree with them because I'm a liberal. I agree with them because I think both sides are fucking out of their mind. So this Kenny Bolin, Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Badass, Mr., using these microphones and I'll go after anyone. Apparently, I'm a bigger deal than Jim Cornette because this guy can go after Jim Cornette and say all kinds of shit. But with me, he's got to go behind our back, do some gay ops, and go to YouTube and try to get our channel taken down. And if you guys have listened to this show for more than a month, you know that I get hard over this kind of shit. This is my favorite thing. When one of we've always said the best way to survive a steel toe shitting on you episode is to just ignore it and move on with your life. We'll get bored. We'll go on to something else. We're like a T-Rex. As long as you're not moving, we don't even know you're there. But the worst thing you can do is try to struggle because then you're on the radar. And honestly, I feel like Star Maker Kenny Bolin should be sending me a fruit basket. He wouldn't know where to get fruit. That's a pro. What should, maybe some chocolate? He'd know where to get chocolate. Yeah, chocolate. He should send us some chocolate. He should send us some... No, he'd eat the chocolate, though, wouldn't he? Bread. Bread. I think he could send us a loaf of bread and send us some flowers and thank us, Kenny, because we're making you relevant, for God's sake. We're going to put you back on the map, Star Maker. We're going to be Star Maker's Star Maker. So he goes to YouTube. I'm going to read you the email in just a second, complete with his message. So here's what's cool about YouTube. We owe YouTube a big apology because remember when we were on Twitch and we shit all over YouTube? We're like, oh, their terms of service are bullshit. Twitch is way better. YouTube laps Twitch. YouTube is so much better than Twitch. We made a mistake going to Twitch at the beginning. We should have went to YouTube. Now that we're here, not only do they tell you that somebody tried to rat you out, but they also say, hey, bro, we got your back. Here's what they said about you, by the way. YouTube is the coolest snitch ever. YouTube goes, hey, this guy was talking shit and he wants us to get rid of you, but we watched your shit and we kind of liked it. So fuck this guy. Here's what, can you believe the shit he said about you? And then they send it to you. Mwah! I love that. By the way, thank you to Farley Bergzone, who says, what are your feelings about Mike David Red Bar podcast? You can't tell that I've been influenced in any way by Mike David? You can't tell that I haven't been watching Red Bar since about 2012, 2011. I've been watching Red Bar from the DuckTale parodies days. So yeah, I'm definitely inspired by Mike David and Red Bar Radio. I watch him every time he comes out. But back to this Star Maker Bolin. So he sees our little thing on YouTube, and instead of him just going, hey, these fucking assholes were making fun of me, I hate these guys, and then making a video shitting on us, or making a video just basically saying, fuck these guys, they're worthless, they've got, 2,600 subscribers? We're at 1,300 we're at 1,300 in May, by the way. They're at 2,600 subscribers. These guys are nobody. Speaking of subscribing, hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and click the bell to get notifications. Instead, he goes to YouTube and he goes, make them stop. They're being mean to me. They're playing my content accurately, and they're dissecting me and criticizing me and talking about how I might be full of shit. They're ruining my gimmick. They don't like that we're doing a shoot over his work, I think is what it is. If we're using the wrestling business, Mr. Bolin. Kenny, if you're that desperate to be relevant in the wrestling business, ask me. I can get you on some county fair shows. Maybe you could do play-by-play while I actually wrestle. It's up to you, Star Maker. Let me know. By the way, anybody in the Star Maker universe, make sure he sees this. Because this is what happens when you pay attention to Steel Toe. You get noticed. They're saying he'd eat that too. Okay, so we'll just have to find something he wouldn't eat, but he would also know how to get that he could send to us to thank us for making him relevant. Chris Wiggum, the switch hitter, says, leave my daddy alone. I didn't know Kenny was your dad. I'm sorry. You might want to turn this off. Matt says he can always order one of those edible baskets. They have chocolate-flavored fruit. Yeah, just have him send it from a third party so he doesn't ever see it. That's a good idea. Samoan Slapaho says Jake sent him those clips. Ooh, interesting. Jake told Daddy and Uncle Bob. Okay. That old guy Bob gives him thousands a week? Oh, shit. He does a show at 9:05. I'm sure he will tell a bunch of lies. Link me into that. When that show's... Guys, let's hit overtime tonight, and we'll do a little Kenny Bolin watching. What do you say? 295 away from our goal. There's the PayPal link in the chat. We hit our goal tonight. We do 30 minutes of overtime. We check on Kenny Bolin. Samoan Slapaho says, don't worry, Jake will send it to him, Aaron. That's true. Widowmaker says, anything with the word diet in front of it is like kryptonite. Okay, so he can't send us Diet Coke. Fair enough. My name is Kenny Bolin, and I'm addicted. I don't know if that's true. That's just this guy's name. Says what? This guy could be the new Doyle. Who's Doyle? What's Doyle? I don't want to be Doyle. I don't know who this Doyle is, but let me tell you right now, he's all kinds of problems. I don't like him. Doyle's the new me. I don't know what a Doyle is. But he's not anything near what you're watching here. This is the best show. I'm just fucking around, man. I don't know. Doyle could be cool. I have no idea. You know what? If Doyle's in the same boat I am with old Star Maker pulling gay ops on him, I would love to have him on the show. In fact, if you can get a hold of Doyle right now, have him call into the program. Absolutely. Curly Adam with a $20 super chat. That's going to knock 15 off the goal. 280 away from the goal tonight. All right. So I have a feeling you guys want me to get... We're making all kinds of new friends on YouTube. Who was our guy last night? Our DSP guy. Who was our DSP connection? The duty stream or whatever. I got to have that guy on the show. We got to get Jesse Lee Peterson on the show. We got to get this Doyle guy on the show to call in. I tell you what, guys, the evening show is very quickly supplanting the morning show as the most fun one to do. We maybe have to let these morning show audience people know that the evening show deserves all the big numbers. They're saying Doyle is here. Call in. Wait, what's my goddamn phone number? Where's my solo thing? Sorry, guys, it's going to be fucked up for a second. There. Doyle, if you're out there, 320-204-5713. I want Doyle to call into this show. We'll talk a little Star Maker Bolin. So, let me get to the actual crux of this whole thing. The email. The email we got from YouTube today. Let me set the scene for you. Had just dropped the 8-year-old off at gymnastics. She's on level 3 now, cruising in the gymnastics world. So I take the 3-year-old to Subway to get everybody some sandwiches, so when she's done with gymnastics, she can have a sandwich and, get a little food in her belly. I stop at the ice cream place. I don't want a sandwich. I just want a little, they call it a twister at this place called Mr. Twisties. It's like a Blizzard, but with real ice cream. And I get myself a Blizzard because I'm a fat piece of shit and I'm skipping dinner tonight. It's great when you have a fight coming up on Saturday to skip dinner and eat ice cream. That's how you know you're taking the fight very seriously. So at any rate, I go and I get that, and in my email, I get a notification that states that a copyright strike has been turned down that was filed against me. So I open that up, and who do you think it is? Star Maker Kenny Bolin. Let's go into this email. It's from YouTube Copyright. The headline, copyright takedown request received for your YouTube video. They've taken down all of his contact information. All the doc stuff is out of there. Not his email, though. I'll just put this up so you guys know. I'll just make sure that none of his stuff is up there. Here we go. His email isn't up there. Mine is, but whatever. We received the copyright infringement notification below regarding your video. We believe your content is protected by fair use, fair dealing, or a similar expectation to copyright protection. Suck it, Bolin. Suck it hard and suck it good. We are writing to let you know we do not plan to remove your video at this time. You have control over the availability of videos on your channel, including the ability to delete them if you choose. Please be advised it is possible the copyright owner will approach you directly to request the removal or take other action. Hey, Star Maker, they'll give you the number. Call on in. Call on in, Star Maker. Hey, Kenny, look at me, Kenny. Look at me. Hey, guys, I got to take the email down for a second. Plus, his information is about to be on there. I don't want to show that. Look at me, Ken. Look at me right in the fucking eyes. Right now, Ken. This is not a show you should have trifled with, my friend. I'm way too funny, way too smart. I ain't from the South talking about wrestling with my relaxed brain, Mr. Bolin. We're a funny, cutting-edge, snappy show, my friend, from the side that won the war. So anyway, you should have never done this. This was the worst move ever you could have made. Because now, enemy for life. You think Doyle's bad? Pfft, Doyle's a bum compared to us. Kenny, don't be a bitch. Don't file copyright strikes. You know what that's a sign of, Ken? That's a sign that you got nothing. That you can't play in this game we're playing. You can't play on the field that we occupy, Ken. We took you into our deep water and we drowned you, son. And what did you do? When we smacked you upside the face with our dick and balls, what did you do, Ken? YouTube is a Star Maker, Kenny Bolin. Your new nickname has to be Gay Ops, Kenny Bolin. You are now officially Gay Ops, Kenny Bolin, because this is Gay Ops right here. YouTube, the guy, he was mean to me. The guy with 2,600 subs was mean to me. And I'm the Star Maker, and he hurt my feelings, and he said, bad things wrong. And YouTube said, shut the fuck up, Ken. YouTube gave you the Godfather speech. You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, that's gay. We're gay.
Please be advised it is possible. So, Kenny, call into the show. If you ask me nicely, Ken, if you ask me very, very nicely, I might take down my video. Or I might not. I might just leave it up. I don't know. Thank you very much to Sam for the $10 on PayPal. Very cool. Guys, 270 away from our goal tonight. That is awesome. Thank you so much. There's the PayPal link in the chat. So, we continue with the email. This email is not intended as legal advice. Now, I don't give a shit. We just played some clips. We played like 40-second clips of his show, and we goofed on him. It's fair use, 100%. Kenny got salty that he knows he can't match wits with a show like this. He knows that he can't go back and forth with a show like this, so he went behind our back to YouTube to try and get it down like a baby boy, or as like JLP would say, a beta male. Can we please get JLP saying beta male so we can just have that as a thing? Victor, you know what to do. You're getting one of the new t-shirts, Victor. You know this. Please note the complainant's physical address and phone number have been redacted from the copyright infringement notification below. Okay, fair enough. Hi, Kenny Bolin. This is YouTube. So wait, should we read? Do you guys want, let's get Kenny's complaint first. And then let's get YouTube's response to Kenny Bolin. This is so great. Because YouTube rats on the person who ratted. They go, hey, this person ratted on you. Here's what they told us. Here's what we told them. I love this. Kenny Bolin wrote to them. To whom it may concern. He wrote to who it may concern because he doesn't know how to talk. Because he's from the South talking about wrestling. To whom it may concern. They showed many segments from several of my shows. True, accurate, I'll cop to that. without my permission. Well, it's no fun if we do it with your permission, Kenny. What am I supposed to do? Send you a message going, hey, we're going to make fun of how shitty you are at podcasting. We're going to make fun of your lack of talent, your inability to have a sense of humor, and your total inability to have any kind of production value. That's no fun. You're going to tell us no, and then we're going to do it anyway. We would just want to hurt your feelings more. They without my permission, with the sole intent to bash me, insult me, fat shame me. I hate it when I read people's complaints about things I said, and then I laugh because that looks egotistical, because I'm basically saying, wow, I'm really funny. Bash me, insult me, fat shame me, say that I look like a woman. I'm funny. I'm sorry, Ken. I'm a funny guy. And claim that I commit charity fraud. I never claimed you commit charity fraud. I said that this sounds a little suspect, and I told my audience that if somebody ever asks you for money for somebody else's cause, that you should instead contribute directly to that cause. Kenny, I never said that you committed charity fraud. I never brought up the word fraud, Kenny. You did. Something eating at your conscience there, Ken? Be nice if something ate at you for a while. Is something eating at it, Kenny? Do you need to call the show? Do you need to get something off your chest? Have you been running from something for a long time, Kenny? Is something just eating at that good gut of yours that you just, because you're Kenny, this is what we call projecting. Words charity fraud never came out of my mouth. I said that other people said that you might be keeping this money. Might be. They never said you were. I never said you were. You're the one who brought up fraud. I said that it's never a good look to be raising money third party for somebody else, that you should just give those people a link to donate to those people directly. That's what we do on our show. But then again, we're not liars. I don't know if you are, but we're not. That's what honest people do. Their only alleged proof being made by 4 seriously mentally ill YouTube trollers. Okay, get ready for this. You guys might be one of the people he mentions here. I know if the great Harry Barnett is in the chat, Harry, you're going to love this. The only proof is being made by 4 seriously mentally ill YouTube trollers, such as Chris Doyle from Australia, Jake Hudson from Mississippi. Now, Jake never said a word about superstar Kenny Bolin. So, Jake, if you're the one ratting on us to Bolin, I got to tell you right now, Kenny don't think too much of you. He's saying that you're a seriously mentally ill YouTube troller who's turning on him. Jake, are you going to let Kenny Bolin? And now here's the problem, guys. I don't think Kenny Bolin ever meant for any of this to get out publicly. But he fucked with the wrong guy. See, we were just teasing you, and we were going to move on with our stupid little show. I got Brendan Schaub to make fun of tonight. You? Nothing. But he did this thing. He did a what Red Bar calls a fool's cope. He did a fool's cope where he got humiliated. He felt embarrassed. He watched our video and he felt about that big, which is fair. We're very good at this. I understand Kenny. But instead of going, hey, YouTube, I'm embarrassed. I'm humiliated. I feel bad because these guys made fun of me. He threw in fat shaming, charity fraud, mentally ill YouTubers. He threw that all in to use that because he thought those would be trigger words that would make YouTube do something. He doesn't give a shit about fat shaming, bashing, misgendering, charity fraud, mental illness. He doesn't give a shit about any of that. He was so upset and so seething and coping that he piggybacked those things on. Kenny, you are as transparent as the rest of your body is not. So, here's the names he lists. The 4 mentally ill YouTube trollers. Chris Doyle, Jake Hudson, Philip Connor, and Harry Barnett from England. Well, and then he says where he's living now. That's not nice. Don't do that. Harry sent them all my clips of my shows because I blocked him 5 years ago. Is that why, Kenny? Come on. Come on, Star Maker. And by the way, I have no idea who this Philip Connor is, but I think I want to talk to him now. I don't know who Philip is, but I sure am interested. You seem very bothered by him. I've never spoken to Chris Doyle in my life. I don't know who that is. And Jake's never said a word about you. I just talked to Harry. But okay, this is interesting. Are you seeing the projecting we're getting from Kenny Bolin's email here that he sent to YouTube? That YouTube sent to me? Are you seeing the insecurity? Guys, this isn't about me. And Kenny, if you're watching this, you know this isn't about me. You've sucked for a long time. People have called you out, and you've run out of people to block, and they're still saying it. Kenny, maybe we're all right. Maybe you're the crazy one. You call all these people who tell you suck that they're mentally ill. Everybody who watches you for the first time thinks you suck. And that's okay. I mean, it's YouTube. Everybody sucks. There's all kinds of terrible people. If someone made a video about me shitting all over me, I'd go, we do that. I watch DSP videos and I go, God, I hope we never sound like that when we ask for money. Holy shit, that's embarrassing. No humility to these guys. It's never occurred to Kenny Bolin for a second that maybe he's not really that good at this. These are all people I blocked from 2 to 5 years ago who stalk me on every show that I do. They don't stalk you, Kenny. Stop it. You're not that important. They watch your show and they make fun of you. They hate watch it. It's a thing on the internet nowadays. Now, these two new people, April and I, are in on it, taking advantage of mentally ill trollers. How dare you talk that way about King Kong Dong? In this day and age, even the most people know these guys are clowns and trollers. Some people may actually believe them. Oh, no, Kenny, you don't want people believing me. Well, Kenny, why don't you make a video showing clips of me and telling people how bad I suck? I mean, had to leave radio, got kicked off of Twitch. Come on, Kenny, there's plenty of ammo there. Fire away, son. Let's do this mano-y-mano. Don't be a little bitch and run to YouTube, especially, Kenny, when it just embarrasses you further because they shot you down. And we're going to read you the response that they sent Kenny. Oh, that had to be embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this. I want you, now listen to this. Talk about gay ops. I want you to impose your max ban on these people because they are smart enough to know better. No. We're smart enough to watch you and know that there's something going on here. And by the way, these 4 paragraphs you wrote only confirms to me that there's something ain't right here. They just hate mongers who are trying to get views, bashing and lying about me. Kenny, we haven't done one solo video on you ever. You were part of an evening show, and guess what? You don't get that many views, Ken. Sorry. I got Schaub shit to get to. If I cut the Schaub shit out, that's going to get me way more views. My Bo Burnham shit from last week, thousands of views. You'd maybe pull us 300 or 400. Maybe. But I'm going to put it up and find out. In fact, April, if you're listening to this right now, I'm going to be up a little late tonight. I got some cutting to do. You mean cutting and strutting like Brutus and Barbara Beefcake, Ed Leslie? No, Kenny, shut up. Please call me if you need to know more. Yeah, YouTube's going to give you a phone call, Ken. This crap has to end now. I have been putting up with this crap for over 5 years now. What? People telling you you're not good at this? Grow a set of nuts. Kenny, grow a set of balls. What, people have told you suck for 5 years? People have told me I suck for 15. Ever since I first turned on a microphone and talked into it, people have been telling me I'll be gone in 2 months. Eventually, they'll be right. Thanks. Please call. Ready? Okay, I was making fun of him, and I was goofing on him because he sounded sad in the first part of this. This next part is where it takes a turn into this guy being a complete piece of shit and using people with real problems to just try and get YouTube to do something about this channel that is fairly making fun of him. He says, there are people who commit suicide over this. All right, now you're a piece of shit. Now you've gone too far. It was funny at first, Ken. Now you're trying to drag people who actually commit suicide over people bullying them into you doing a show that sucks and people telling you you're not good at it? Oh, that is desperate, Kenny. Why not just take the beating and move on, or make a video about me talking about how worthless and shitty I am and how my wife is a dumb whore. Why not? I'll call her it when she sits down. And you know what we'd do? We'd have some fun with you, smack you around, and throw you back in the water, Ken, because we're not fucking babies who go and do gay ops every time someone teases them a little. You fucking infant. People commit suicide over this. You know what, Ken? If that ever happened to you, and you had an episode of my show on a loop and a note in your hand that says, this is why I did this, then you'd have a point. All of these 4 people I mentioned stalked my daughter-in-law. I didn't do shit, Kenny. I didn't do shit like that. Now he's a lying sack of shit. Now he's a fucking worm. Now this guy bugs me. Now Kenny Bolin bugs the shit out of me. This desperate, attention-craved, lying guy. Okay, you wanted a feud, Star Maker. Now you got one. You already showed that you can't handle it. Now you got my attention. She's tried to kill herself over it. I didn't do that. So take it the fuck back. Actually, you know what? Don't. I don't care. It's too late for you. Please do something now before someone does take their life because of trollers like this. We're not trollers, Ken. We played your shit. We passed judgment on it. Deal with it. I have been putting up with this crap for over 5 years now. No, you haven't. I made fun of you once, dickhead. There are people who commit suicide over this. You're a piece of shit for bringing that up, by the way. You user. You used gay ops to try and shut me down because I was being funny at your expense. And then you use people who have actual problems and have committed suicide in the past to try and get your selfish deeds done. You're an asshole. Every one of your haters is right. I have been putting up this crap. If you need more. All of these 4 people I mentioned stalked my... You already said that, stupid. So this is what YouTube wrote to him. So remember, all of that shit, all of that stuff that he just said to try and bury my channel and get rid of me and copyright strike me and get my channel banned. Everything, he threw the kitchen sink at me. Streamers I've never heard of, a daughter-in-law I wouldn't know if she smacked me upside the head, and talks about suicide. This asshole, this unforgivable bridge troll. Here's what YouTube said back to him, and this is the funniest part. This is the best part of this. Hi, Kenny Bolin. We are concerned that your copyright notification may not be valid for some or all of the videos identified in your notification. Woo! Sorry, Kenny.
Yeah, that's gay. We're gay.
Please keep in mind that in many countries, it is legal to use copyrighted works in specific ways without the owner's authorization, particularly for transformative purposes such as news reporting, parody, commentary, or review, all of which we were doing. If you still believe your copyright is infringed by the YouTube video in question, please explain in detail why you think so. We ask that you provide more detail than was included in your initial notice. Well, guess what? He can't do that. Because he threw the kitchen sink at that notice, and YouTube went, yeah, sorry, you crying asshole. They saw through every bit of this just like we did. And they went, no, sorry, weepy voice. This is fair use. Oh, is that wonderful. Oh, is that great. You got somebody in the chat already named Gay Ops Bolin. That is awesome. Oh. Shout out to my brother, the Masked Hudson. All right, very cool. He's lying. He does this when he doesn't get his way by saying everyone stalks him, which they don't. Redbeard saying this is what he's doing is slander. I don't care. I'm not a bitch like him. I don't do gay ops on people. I don't try to get people canceled because they made fun of me. I was the talk of the broadcasting world for a solid week, and I was called every name in the book. You know what I did? I picked up my big boy pants, I moved to another platform, and I made more money because my audience is awesome. That's what happened. Bolin will get another promo on him tomorrow. Oh, is this Philip Connor? Philip, if you're the real Philip Connor, give us a call. What is it? 320-204-5713. 204-5713. 13. Is this the one and only? Hold on a minute here.
Call from
Jake Hudson.
Jake, what's going on, buddy? We're lifting the phone call ban for this.
Hey, listen, number one, I never stalked Kenny or any of that. I was the one that sent him the video.
Jake, I'm saying that's what he's saying to you. That's what he's saying about you. He's writing to YouTube talking shit.
Listen, Doyle is on vacation, he's on holiday right now in Ireland right now.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit about Bolin. And by the way, what's up, Aaron? How you doing today?
But Jake, I want to get your opinion. What do you think? You heard the email. He wrote to YouTube, called you a mentally ill YouTube troll, and said that you were in on this, which you were not.
I'm not, dude, I'm not, number one, the reason why I sent him the video is so, he didn't even do the copyright. His butt buddy, Bob Hazelwood, did it.
He signed it and he put his own number on it.
But here's the thing. So he might have had his son do that.
Maybe, I don't know. Hey, I got this Philip Connor calling in. I want to get all your guys' opinions on this. So can you call back?
By the way, I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chief Wiggum was a joke that I did a few months ago. I called him Chief Wiggum.
Cool.
Call from
Philip Connor.
All right, Philip Connor, what's going on, you filthy stalker, you?
Hey, what's up?
So did you happen to hear the email that Kenny Bolin wrote to YouTube in regards to us?
Yeah, I did. It's BS.
Now, can we confirm right now on the show right now? This is the first time you and I have ever met or spoken.
Right.
I didn't know who you were before I read this email, but this paranoid fuck is so nuts about this that he thinks you and I worked in secret for us to make fun of him on my show.
No, he's paranoid.
Yeah.
He's scared. He knows he knows karma's coming to collect.
But that's the weirdest thing about it, is him pulling these gay ops on us. I don't even give a shit about his karma or anything else. We literally goofed on him for a half hour during our show because we thought it was funny.
Right, and he's sensitive. He doesn't. He takes things way too seriously.
I couldn't tell.
I got a bunch of promos on my YouTube channel on him, cutting him up.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you plug your YouTube channel before we let you go here? And thanks for calling in. But let people know where they can find you.
Okay, Indy Philip Connor.
Indy Philip Connor. All right, thanks for the call, buddy.
All right, you too.
Yeah. So all these people that he named in this, that Kenny Bolin named in this email trying to get us copyright stricken from YouTube, all of these, two of these people have now called in. The other one I don't know, and the other one is Harry Barnett, which we said during the show. That's the guy who sent us the clips. I've never spoken to these guys about this Bolin fella. Somebody said no hang up on the plug. I know, dude, believe me, in my head, all I was thinking was hang up on the plug. But this guy's kind of an ally in this little battle we're in right now, so I let him throw the plug out there. Why not? By the way, guys, before we get to this YouTube thing, 270 away from the goal tonight. If you feel like chipping in, there's the PayPal link. Super chats are welcome as well. If we hit that goal, we're going to do overtime, and we're going to check in on Bolin and how he's responding to all this bullshit. So anyway, if you're just joining us, we made fun of a wrestling podcaster down there in the swamps, and he tried to copyright strike us for our trouble, for making fun of him, for doing a comedy show about him. YouTube, not deleted. What would you say? YouTube denied him. YouTube denied his copyright strike and wrote to him and said, this is fair use, dude. I don't know what to tell you. This is all fair use. And so then YouTube sends me the email saying, hey, this dickhead tried to copyright strike you for no reason. And here's what he wrote, and here's what we wrote back to him. I love that. Mr. Womp Womp says, have we talked about Callan yet? No, not yet. So here's what YouTube wrote back to Bolin. We are concerned that your copyright notification may not be valid for some or all of the videos in your notification. Oh, wait, no, we did already read this. We got to this part. I got so worked up that I didn't realize we did the whole damn thing. Woo! So there you go. Old Kenny Gayops Bolin, trying to get our show copyright struck, ends up lancing himself right in the ass. Jake Hudson, who's the other guy? Philip Connor. All these other guys writing in going, hey, no offense, Steel Toe, but I've never fucking heard of you talking about Bolin. Oh, this is great. Doyle goes by the name What You Drinkin'. He is a badge member of yours. Oh, fuck. Oh, well, that's very cool then. Thanks, Doyle, for being a fan. Wiener Drizzle says, well, this is just straight up beautiful for content. Isn't it? I love this shit. This is awesome. I know that our audience loves drama, and I know that these other communities love watching other people shit on other people, so this is great. Press F in the chat if you are someone who came here because of the Bolin stuff and isn't a usual Steel Toe fan, but you might think about sticking around for a while because you're liking the show. I F in the chat if you're one of those people. I would appreciate that. Queen Bee Savage says, you talk about him all the time on the morning show. Stop lying to yourself, Aaron. Oh, yeah, of course. 100%. Absolutely. Michaela Lampshady, no, you don't. You're regular listeners. Gayops Bolin is legit. Hulk Bolin is legit. The rest of you are assholes. Why do I do shit like that when I know what the answer's going to be? Thank you very much, Dinosaur Fuel, for becoming a Steel Toe Super Club guy. I got to change that to the Yeehaw Club. I keep forgetting $265 away from our goal this evening. So there we are. That's it. That's the latest on Kenny Bolin.